Hey, welcome to Viking Preparedness. I am Pastor Joe Fox. So we've gotten questions on what about CPAP machines in a grid down situation. Well, that's what we're going to talk about today. So without further ado, Brother Travis.
Greetings.
So how important is your CPAP machine to you?
Extremely. In the simple terms, if you don't sleep, you don't function well. And if you have sleep apnea, that's hard enough as it is. So if you assume you have a CPAP machine, a lot of people say, well, you can't do it in this kind of environment. Well, today we're going to show you a couple ways that you can with backup to a backup to a backup.
And this isn't theory, this is what you're actually doing because we don't have electrical utilities coming into Shofar Mountain.
Exactly. Everything's from the sun.
All right, so what's the key to this system? I guess I'll let you take us through it and I'll just film.
Okay, so my primary use for this is it's a Yeti 1250 from Goal Zero. They also make...
That's this box right here?
That's this box right here.
Okay.
They also make, a 450 and a 250 and different models that you'd still be able to power it for just not as long.
Mm-hmm.
I use this every night, and the Goal Zero is pretty much charged completely by the time I use it every night.
So let's talk about that a little bit. What is this Yeti what? Yeti what?
It's a 1250.
Yeti 1250. What does it do? There's a battery in there, obviously.
Yep. So there's a 100 amp hour battery. It's an AGM battery specifically for solar panels.
Right.
Or solar use. And so inside of that, everything's contained, the inverter and all the easy to use buttons over here, right?
Right.
And so literally I just take this, it's a 60 watt power supply, which is kind of heavy for a CPAP, to be honest with you.
Right.
And so there's a couple things, people got to understand when it comes to CPAP. If you're going to use your CPAP machine, you can use it with or without a humidifier, and therein lies a huge chunk of potential error, right?
Okay.
So to use a humidifier on something like this, you'll drain the batteries very quickly.
Right.
So the best way to do it is to use it without the humidifier, but you can use it for multiple days at a time, even on cloudy days like this. Right?
Okay.
So I was kind of struggling, how does one use this? How does it get recharged? How can I continue to use it? And so, I started off with the big solar system.
This one over here?
Yeah. 400 watt panels to, a 2000 watt inverter and a huge battery bank.
Right.
But I use that for everything else, So I don't want to, use those batteries for everything that I use to potentially drain it just because of the CPAP, right?
Right.
So we went from big to medium, and then guess what? There's a small version as well. If you pan right there.
Just real quick before we come over here,
yes.
Is this the solar array that you're using to power your Yeti?
It is. So
okay.
These are just 30 watt panels. Yesterday it rained and its pollen's pretty high today.
Yeah, that's why I'm sneezing.
So, I'm always wiping these things down.
And this is a tripod that they go on.
This is the tripod it mounts.
Right.
And so it's directional and you can change it.
So this right here is a self-contained unit for your CPAP.
Yes, sir.
All right. So, but there's options.
There's other options.
So here's one.
So this is a lithium battery.
Okay.
Made specifically for the CPAP.
Oh, really? Oh,
yes.
It says ResMed on it.
Yep. And this is good for 2 days without a humidifier use in your book bag.
Okay.
So let's say for whatever reason
we're bugging out.
And say you don't sleep well because you have sleep apnea.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you can take this and you
That's not that heavy.
No, it's not. If you can take this and your little machine, you throw it on the top part of your pack, you can walk out and still sleep perfectly. And it's quiet.
Right.
So it's not like you have to worry about people coming after you. But so 3 options. Big to medium to small.
All right. Anything else you want to tell the people about off-grid, down-grid CPAP machine usage? You covered 3 different power sources. And
I do. So, no judging here, right?
Right.
For those that are out there that don't believe that they can do this, I'm here to tell you that it's a little trial and error, but, consider us the error, right?
Right.
And then you do the trial part. This is very doable. And so Goal Zero is a really good brand, and if you don't feel like spending $1,200 on this version, get the smaller one. Try it out.
Right.
See how it works.
Well, everybody should have a backup to their system in case the power goes out where they are.
Exactly.
All right. Say goodbye.